Perfume is a song recorded by American singer Britney Spears for her 8th studio album, Britney Jean, 2013. It was written by Spears, Furler and Christopher Braide, while the song was produced by will.i.am and co-produced by Keith Harris and Braide. The song was released as the second and final single from the album on November 4, 2013 by RCA Records. Perfume is a synthpop power ballad, which is influenced by music of the 1980s. Lyrically, the song is built around themes of jealousy and suspicion in a relationship. Spears revealed that the song was about her split with her ex-fiancé, Trawick, in early 2013, a musical departure from its EDM-influenced predecessor, Work Bitch. Music critics noted her surprisingly strong vocals and compared them to those of Gwen Stefani. Worldwide, the song performed weekly in official charts, peaking at number 76 in the United States and within the top 70 in Australia, Canada and Ireland. The music video for Perfume was directed by Joseph Kahn and released in December 2013. Spears' love interest in the video leaves her for another woman, while Spears is left devastated. Kahn mentioned that there is an unreleased director's cut version of the video, where Spears' role in the video is actually an assassin hired to kill her boyfriend. Spears included the song on her current residency concert Britney, Piece of Me, 2013-15. The song has sold over 300,000 copies in the United States. Background and release. In July 2013, Spears revealed through Twitter that she wrote such a special song with Australian singer-songwriter Furler, which was later revealed to be Spears' favorite track on Britney Jean, the ballad Perfume. In October 2013, it was announced that the song would serve as the second single for the album, after the release of lead single, Work Bitch, in September. RCA Records CEO Peter Edge said he felt fairly strong that the song would be the second single after hearing it, and that it could be a big career song. He continued to praise Spears' vocals, commenting that she sings it beautifully and it has a real sincerity to it. And it's outstanding. I think people are not only gonna be surprised but also see another side of Britney. Spears' manager Larry Rudolph described Perfume as being a breakup song that's about wanting the next girl to smell your perfume on the guy afterwards. The lyrics are really unique and she sings the shit out of it. Quote, on November 1, 2013, Spears tweeted that she would reveal previews of Perfume through her Snapchat account, along with the lyrics, I want to believe it's just you and me. Sometimes it feels like there's three of us in here, baby, so I wait for you to call and I try to act natural. Have you been thinking about her or about me? And while I wait, I put on my perfume. Yeah, I want it all over you. The singer also shared the artwork for the single. The song was originally scheduled for release on November 5, 2013, along with the pre-order of Britney Jean. However, Spears made the song available for streaming via Facebook 2 days earlier on November 3, 2013 instead. It was then made available for purchase at midnight on November 4, 2013, 1 day ahead of the scheduled date. Following the release of Perfume, she thanked her fans for loving the song as she did. Record producer Drive Luke revealed that the single release of the song is a radio-friendly edit, while the rawer and less produced original version would be included as a bonus track on the deluxe edition of Britney Jean. Composition. Perfume is an 80s-influenced synthpop power ballad, which Spears described as incredibly special to me because it hits close to home. And I think the story is relatable to everyone. Everyone's been through an insecure moment in a relationship that's left them vulnerable, and I think this song captures that. Produced by will.i.am, Chris Braide, and Keith Harris. The instrumentation infuses an orchestral piano, soaring strings and bubbling synthesizers. Braide was responsible for the vocal production, and commented to Bradley Stern of Mooey Muse, "When I was producing her vocals, it was obvious to me why she's still one of the greatest pop stars ever. Unmistakably Britney. Effortlessly iconic." Lance Talbot was responsible for the song's keys. Melodically, Perfume is written in the key of E-flat major, and is set in the common time with a moderately slow tempo of 80 beats per minute. The song follows the sequence of E-flat, A-flat, C-min, B-flat as its chord progression, and Britney's voice spans from the low note of G3 to the high note of B-flat 4. Lyrically, the song plays heavily on themes of jealousy and suspicion in a relationship. The song starts with Spears singing, "Do I imagine it? Or do I see your stare? Is there still longing there? Oh, I hate myself. And I feel crazy." Such a classic tale. Critics noted the singer's vocals are surprisingly strong, and compared them to those of Gwen Stefani. Regarding the lyrics, Amy Sciarrito of Pop Crush wrote, "It's Brit's most lyrically weighty song in quite some time. In fact, this sounds like something would expect Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood to record." Spears told the Associated Press the song was about her split with Jason Trawick in January 2013, and commented, "I think it will make girls not feel alone in this situation. When they're alone in the room and they broke up with their boyfriend, they have a song they can go to and listen to. Just makes them feel better about themselves." Quote, critical reception. Music critics noted the musical departure from its EDM-influenced predecessor, Work Bitch, and praised Spears' vocal performance. Mark Hogan of Spin gave a generally positive review of Perfume, complimenting Spears for conveying the type of emotional vulnerability that is not evident on most of her hit singles. Melinda Newman of Hitfix lauded the song, stating Spears' vocal ability is as strong as it has ever been on the song, and also stated it was Spears' best song in years. Robbie Dorr of Idolator praised the song's lyrical content, however stated it wouldn't exactly reshape Top 40 radio. Jason Lipschutz of Billboard thought the song allowed Spears to momentarily discard the confident exterior of Work Bitch, and express vulnerability over paranoid feelings about her romantic interest, while Katie Atkinson of Entertainment Weekly deemed the song in the vein of the singer's early ballads Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know, 2000, and Every Time, 2003. Joe Wild of Contact Music felt Perfume was similar to Lucky, 2000, and deemed it a much more delicate release when compared to Work Bitch. Los Angeles Times journalist Mikhail Wood noted that Spears goes unexpectedly soft on the song, adding that she's pleading, not commanding, and that returns the star to the appealingly complicated zone of such tough, not tough classics as Every Time and Piece of Me. A reviewer for Pop Justice rated Perfume an 8 out of 10, and explained why he gave the song such rate. 1. The melody. It's a cracker. 2. The tempo. It's mid, but it's not boring. 3. The lyrics. They are quite touching if you've had a drink or two. And also well done, Britney. 4. The singing, which is very much on the right side of competent. New York Daily News contributor Jim Farber gave the song a mixed review, commenting that the song's production is careful, and describing Spears as pale, as she overly ambitious emotes. Quote, chart performance. Perfume debuted at number 76 on Billboard Hot 100 on November 13, 2013, on the Pop Songs chart. It debuted at number 37, reaching number 22 weeks later. In Europe, Perfume achieved weak success on the charts. In Austria, it debuted at number 69 on December 15, 2013. It reappeared 2 weeks later, at number 73, on November 16, 2013. The song stayed for 1 week at number 41 on the Belgian Wallonia singles chart. The song debuted at its peak of number 34 on the French singles chart on November 16, 2013, before falling out of the chart. It reappeared on December 7, at number 134, and fell off the chart again the week after, at number 186. Perfume experienced success on the Spanish singles chart, peaking at number 13 during the week of November 10, 2013. In Switzerland, it remained for 1 week, at number 74. Music video. Background. The music video was directed by Joseph Kahn, who previously directed Spears' music videos for Stronger, 2000, Toxic, 2004, and Womanizer, 2008. Spears stated, "We've had a lot of success together and there is nobody I trust more with this super personal song." It was filmed on November 19 to 21, 2013. 4 teasers were released until the official version of the video was uploaded to Vevo on December 10, 2013. Synopsis. In the music video for Perfume, Spears stars as the other woman of her lover. It begins with several scenes of Spears and her lover out of a motel and then on its roof drinking beer, inside a van, walking on the street, bathing in a pool, resting on a bed naked, and some hugs in the desert sunset. Spears gives him a crooked nail ring, symbolizing the simple love between them. After the first part, Spears is wearing a lingerie inside a bathroom, putting on her fantasy perfume and looking at the mirror, when an iPhone 5S sounds and displays Cindy's name. Then it can see Spears' lover joining Cindy on a gas station in the desert, while Britney looks at them inside a truck, then goes to a motel room, and it also can be seen her lover repeating the same activities with Cindy, like walking on the street, swimming in the pool, and drinking on the roof of the motel, while Britney sings the song alone in the room. At the end, her lover gives his girlfriend the crooked nail ring once Spears gave him, while she is still alone lamenting in a room, and the video ends with the title, Perfume, on the screen. Reception. Rachel McCready from Us Weekly noted that the video is a bit more stripped down than Brit's fantastical iconic videos like Oops, I Did It Again, and her new dance hit, Work B************. Quote, Billboard's Chris Payne praised the director for staying true to the lyrical content, weaving a tale of jealousy and an ill-fated engagement ring along with the contemplative song. He finished the review saying, "It's a video that captures the highs of a passionate relationship, but also plenty of the lows, which define it in the end." Quote, writing for MTV, Jocelyn Vena said that the video is probably one of Spears' most theatrical video in years. However, Gregory E. Miller from New York Post was critical with Spears' fragrance product placement in the video, writing, "She wouldn't actually be so shameless as to put that product placement for her fragrances in her video for a song called Perfume. Would she? Oh, yes, she would. Props to whoever's running this thing, though, for not including a clickable hover ad that screams, 'Buy fantasy at Walgreens. Calm now.'" Quote, Director's cut. On December 5, Kahn tweeted that the final version of the video is extremely different than the original edit, adding, "Don't get me wrong. Official cut is still cool. I think I just love my original edit." On December 10, 2013, Kahn tweeted, "Britney's performance is unbelievable. A true artist in it. Game changer." Quote, following this, A Spears fan tweeted a link to a petition urging RCA to release the director's cut. The petition's goal is to reach 1,000 signatures. Kahn approved of the petition by retweeting it. Following the video's release, the director tweeted that his director's cut is a minute longer and had a very shocking ending, and called it Breaking Badney. In an interview with Video Static, Kahn mentioned the director's cut again, stating, "It sucks, especially since my director's cut is an entirely different video. The released edit is missing half of the story and all of the editorial structure. I guess people still like the video because of the gritty look which feels different, and the twist of the second girl in the second act. A narrative in two identical parts is still a solid idea even in compromised form. But it's such a faint reflection of the real narrative with broken execution and far less ambition. If they liked the weak version, I'd bet they'd love the strong one. No one knows what they're missing. And they're missing a lot." On July 22, 2014, the original concept of the video was leaked. It begins with Spears meeting a guy with whom she falls instantly in love. It is made clear to the viewers that she is an assassin as she kills a group of people in a car. She is given her next assignment, who turns out to be the guy she fell in love with. They go to meet in their favorite spot. But Spears is not there. She is across the street with a rifle with her target set on him. She looks through the scope and sees the man holding a ring he made for her. Spears aborts the mission and leaves town because she knows she will be killed for failing her assignment. Britney is found hiding out in a hotel by other assassins that beat and tie her to a chair. Time passes as the man dates a new girl, gets married, and has a baby. He looks out a window thinking about Spears. Then, she is seen on the floor of her hotel room, barely alive, as her body slowly turns to ash. The last shot of Spears is the hotel room as her smiling as their eyes seem to meet. Her body then disintegrates. The final scene of the video depicts Spears and the man kissing in the sunset. The authenticity of this concept for the video was confirmed by Kahn on Twitter except for the concept ending, which he decided to change for the actual filming. Live performances. The song was performed for the first time during Spears' Las Vegas residency concert Britney, Piece of Me, which began on December 27, 2013. At the beginning of this performance, Spears told the crowd she wanted to slow things down. She then sat on a stool and started singing the song. Keith Caulfield from Billboard commented that this performance would seem that this is a performance that could easily be switched out for something else at a later date, as in the documentary I Am Britney Jean. Britney Spears' Road to Las Vegas chronicling the show. Spears and her production team stated that the show's setlist could change over time. MTV's Sophie Shilarchi elaborated that Spears offered a heartfelt rendition for the song, but pointed out that without dancing or pyrotechnics to distract, it was clear the sound was not different from the original version on the album. In August 2014, media speculated that Spears was lip-syncing most to Sia's vocals than her ones during the performance. Following her breakup with her boyfriend David Lusardo later that month, Spears removed the song from the setlist in favor of Alien. Credits and personnel. Credits adapted from the liner notes of Britney Jean. Recording. Engineered at Guerrilla Studios, London. Mixed at Mixstar Studios, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Personnel. Britney Spears, lead vocals. Songwriting. Sia, songwriting. Backing vocals. Chris Braide, songwriting. Producer. will.i.am, producer. Keith Harris, producer. Charts. Release history.